Welcome back to the Jumpin into Reality podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Timmy Roosevelt Anderson, and today with us here, Mr. Andrew Cruz. Um, Describing Andrew. Andrew, hardworking guy, very funny guy, very funny actually guy. And very hardworking, very dedicated to everything he does. Andrew, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you.
That is great. Well, Andrew, we're gonna get into today. We're gonna get you a couple questions based off of, Bloxburg and actual real life. Alrighty. So jumping into the Bloxburg side of things, we know that you work for the Bloxburg Chick-Fil-A, founded and opened up by Mr. Verklas, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty. Now how would you say your experience has been there so far?
Well, it's been actually very fun.
And by fun, do you mean like you've actually enjoyed it, or it's like something that you would like you've enjoyed and you recommend it to people, or is it just something that it was like, oh, it's a time passer.
Well, I wouldn't say time passer as it occupies like my summer, because it's actually really fun. Like I would recommend it to people. I mean, some of the community events are actually wholesome. I mean, you got the openings. I mean, the role plays, they're fun. Um, Especially filming the role plays. I mean, it's the whole reason why I joined the marketing team on that group.
So speaking of the marketing team, you're on the marketing team. What the hell do you do as a marketing team member?
So we basically advertise the group. We market it. So the marketing team, we used to always at a daily time make posters in this group chat, and then we share with each other. Well, now it's like a whole server, but so we would just make these posters, um, and then Dylan, who used to be the marketing director, who would tell us what fonts to use. And at the time, there was no video unit or image unit, so it's just all like you use what you have. So at the time, before I became manager in the marketing team, we used to make these posters, which we would replace all the in real life images on Verklis's cafe. So our job is to advertise and make y'all look good and as employees.
Yeah, so sorry to slide in there, but we're like you said, marketing team's gone through a lot of changes, and just out of your own opinion, would you say these changes have helped to improve marketing team's work ethic, or do you think it's made it a bit too complicated?
I wouldn't say complicated. I'd say it's been for the better. So before we had these units and all these new ranks and stuff like that, it was more like you do this, you do that, or yeah, you want to do this, or like it was like unorganized. So I actually proposed an idea to Dylan, but then when when Jamunke, I think that's how you say his name,
Yeah.
Jamunke, when he became the marketing director, so I basically DM'd him and said, "Hey, I think we should have like a new organizational structure. Like, I don't like what's happening here right now because I mean we seem pretty unorganized, and I thought we should be more organized so we can have a better work ethics." So I told him that we should have two separate units. Should be one for videos and one for making images. And I also told him that we should have uniforms. I mean, because the suits are all nice and stuff, but I wanted to like the marketing team should show their support to the company. So thought we should have like these suits relating to Chick-Fil-A by having these like jackets or whatever it's called with the logo and all that stuff. And I proposed some other ideas to him. Also, proposed another idea for him, like for marketing team leadership, this one uniform. But yeah, so I'm actually the one who proposed the ideas of having the video unit and image units.
So would you say those new servers that were brought out, would you say that that helped your proposal a bit better because you already had a standing ground of, look, well, we've already got this now. You don't really have to do much. You just got to organize it a bit more. Would you say it helped your proposal?
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay. Well, talking about the marketing director, what's your opinions about him? Like, professional, friendly, what do you think of him?
Well, not only is he a professional, he's also understanding, and he's a really good guy to work with. Yeah, so if anyone joins the marketing team, you're really gonna like our marketing director because he's not like just some dull person who's like, oh yes, this needs to be that, this needs to be this. He's like actually someone who agrees, listens to you. That's the kind of leadership I would like. I mean, it's just like our old marketing director Dylan. Like he's just like that, and so but less strict. So overall, I think Jamunke is like he is one of the best people qualified for a marketing director because I've been working with him for a while now, so yeah, I'd say that he's an awesome person to work with.
Well, obviously he's doing a good job if you're, you know, saying such high praises about him. Timmy, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Going on with the marketing team, you know, you said that you like the changes and everything, but would you say that
Yeah,
maybe would you say that you felt as if the switch of the marketing directors was maybe uncalled for or extra?
I mean, I would say that at first when Dylan offered his resignation for something I didn't know about, I'd say that it was unreasonable, but then and then as time goes on, I'm like, well, it happened. It's the past now, and Dylan wouldn't work at Chick-Fil-A anyway. So
Alrighty, and um, you say that you originally felt as if it was unreasonable. Would you say that you still feel that way or no?
I mean, now I hear some random people and then just saying some of the things he did, and I changed my opinion. I mean, there was this one person that said to me that Dylan did something that was not really great for Chick-Fil-A. I'm not gonna get into the details of it, but someone did tell me that.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. We don't have to get into details. All that are here. Do you see yourself steering away from the marketing team? Do you see yourself staying within the Bloxburg Chick-Fil-A?
So yeah, I do. I plan to stay with the marketing team for a while because the marketing team, it's awesome team of members. That it's like the marketing team is basically a team of people who just get creative. We just make posters, such as like as an example, Gabriel, one of our team members. He makes these very creative posters. I mean, he's cooked, by the way, as you've seen. Like this guy is awesome making posters. So that's why I want to stay in the marketing team because of creativity. I love making the videos for Chick-Fil-A because it's my passion, and I don't intend to leave anytime soon.
Alrighty. Now kind of steering away from the marketing team as a whole now. And Bloxburg Chick-Fil-A, get into some more real life type things. The global pandemic, would you say that maybe people are taking it a little out of proportion with saying that it's coming back for a, what would this be, fifth, sixth round?
I actually haven't heard of that.
Same here. I
I
haven't
think
heard of that.
yeah, but I think they're just exaggerating. I mean, like we got vaccines, we got everything, like we're prepared now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we've seen what COVID was like, and it's been like what 4 years
Yeah.
since
Now,
COVID first hit.
did you ever actually catch COVID?
Oh yeah, 2 times. One on my 11th birthday and one on my 12th birthday.
Now, for you, was it like was it serious, or was it just like,
I mean, I don't know about serious, but it was kind of painful. As for some reason, my legs were just in pain and I couldn't
what?
walk.
Oh,
And
okay.
I don't know why. It's just like I don't know why. Both
Well,
times my legs were in so much pain. Yeah,
I don't
actually,
know if
my
that
whole
had to do.
family caught COVID.
I don't know if that had to do with the COVID, but
I'm
I
quite
don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm like, what is happening? But the thing is, when my family caught COVID, all their legs were like hurting. They were complaining that their legs were hurting. So I don't know
Mhm.
anything about legs being hurting, but I don't know. Maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe not. But it's kind of weird.
maybe you should probably get your legs checked out as a family.
Yeah, maybe.
And would you say that maybe your family was a little over exaggerant?
I mean, maybe my sister, because she was crying the whole time. But she was only 3 years old when she caught COVID. So
Three catching COVID? Oh wow.
yeah, something to do with the ice cream museum.
The ice cream museum?
Oh yeah, there's this ice cream museum in New York City where we went to. That's where we caught COVID.
Must
Now
suck going to an ice cream museum.
you said it's
Sorry, what
where?
was that? Oh, it was in the ice cream museum.
And where is this ice cream museum located?
It's in New York City. I don't know where, but it's in the city.
The
And
New York.
there's just a thing called an ice cream museum.
Yeah, it's just called Ice Cream Museum.
And
Interesting.
Straight up.
what exactly? I know it's a stupid question, but what exactly is it?
A museum about ice cream.
So,
This
exactly what it means. Literally just a museum filled to the brim with facts about ice cream.
this
Yeah, and you get to have ice cream. They give you ice cream. You get to go jump in a bunch of balls on
Yeah,
ping pong.
I was about to say they better be giving you ice cream if you go to a museum about ice cream.
there's a sprinkle
Yeah.
cake. There's a sprinkle cake? What in the world? What?
Yes.
Banana jungle?
Yeah. There's.
Sounds like Timmy's doing some research.
Scoops? What is mommy? What is mom? The rainbow hallway. Alexander, you might want to go down that one.
Very
The melting
Wow.
cave carnival. Why is there a carnival at an ice cream? Okay. Why is there a whole? Okay, this is just random at this point. Sprinkle pool. So there's a sprinkle cave, a sprinkle pool.
Yeah, I
Okay,
wouldn't recommend jumping head first into the sprinkle pool. That's from experience.
okay,
Why? What?
and it looks like it's
Go
not as
on.
expensive.
Nah, go
Yeah,
on.
this was expensive.
We need to know what happened at the
Yeah, what
sprinkle
happened with
pool.
the sprinkle pool?
So I jumped off from the side, went in head first. As it turns, apparently the sprinkles weren't soft, made out of hard plastic, and it wasn't even that deep.
Ah, they should probably. Did they have any warning signs? Or
I
we just look
mean,
at
How
they
the
about you
probably
don't
should.
jump in sprinkle pools?
I mean, it was a pool. To be fair, it was a pool, and there weren't any signs saying no diving. I don't remember any signs saying no diving, so I just thought,
That
and I
sounds
thought
like a lawsuit to me.
and I thought the sprinkles would be soft. I expected it to be soft. I mean,
Lord have mercy.
Well, ain't we glad that you didn't sustain any, life-threatening injuries from sprinkles, because that would be a funny conversation to have with your
It
parents.
would.
Oh,
It really
Alan,
would.
you got brain damage because of sprinkles.
Yeah, that would be a very interesting.
well, they're not just any sprinkles; they're large plastic
But just because they're
sprinkles.
large doesn't mean you go flying into them.
I mean, it was an ice cream. It was an ice cream museum. What do you expect I would do? I thought it was gonna be nice.
Now this
A
place
nice.
here, been here before plenty of times actually. Um, and it's the most interesting but confusing place ever. When I tell you can get lost in here in the Civil Rights Museum, you can actually get lost. You'd be able to be like, how do you get lost in the Civil Rights Museum? You can get lost. That's Rosa Parks. Anyways, not speaking on that, what would you say has been your most fun vacation?
Fun vacation. Just came back from a vacation from the Florida Keys. Awesome. Most of the activities were at Key West. So out of all the places in the Florida Keys, I'd say that Key West was fun.
So here's my thing though. I don't see how y'all go. I'm gonna pull it up for everyone else to see. But I don't see how y'all go to a place that is basically just an island on water. Literally, it's literally just an island and bridges. Literally,
I'm
that's all
confused.
it
I thought we
is.
were talking about ice cream, but now we're talking about an island.
But literally, that's all the Florida Keys is, though. The Florida Keys is literally just an island with water. It's literally surrounded by water. It's just land and bridges. Literally, what? I don't understand. Y'all go there.
So basically, it's
Swim?
connected by the highway.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
just all
what is there to
connected by
do
the
there?
highway.
Why don't you just swim?
That's
You
literally
see
basically all
now,
you can do.
there are resorts, and you can go parasailing, scuba diving, snorkeling.
Did you
But
do any of
Hell,
parasailing
it?
was the best
no.
activity.
I have to ask, what the hell
Well,
is snorkeling?
snorkeling. You don't know what snorkeling is?
I'm sorry, what? You don't know what it is?
Oh my god!
No, I'm a bit slow in the brain.
You know those Britons are just so.
And you with your tea and fish and chips.
I question about that. Why do y'all call them fish and chips?
Wait. They call fries chips, right?
Yeah, I just don't understand why.
Um, I don't think a chip is. I mean, I could see a little bit why, but they don't look the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Like
understand it.
wait, chips are made from potatoes, right?
Yeah, but I don't understand. There's a difference between potato chips and French fries. So why call a French fry basically a potato chip?
Maybe it's the same reason why they don't call toilets there, but they call them loos.
Because they're weirdos.
Nah, they don't want the French terms. That's all they want. That's not. Even though French fries weren't even made in France, they don't want no French terms.
But I don't even think toilet is a French word.
I think it is.
I don't think so. I think it's a regular English word.
Nah, I heard like a person like some guy, some tourist told me because he was from Britain. He said toilet is a French word, so we use loo. That's what he said.
That sounds like an Alexander thing to say.
Heck,
No
maybe
lie.
that tourist was Alexander.
Probably so. So you aren't a shift leader, so this probably won't. You probably won't have a high opinion on it. How do you feel about the Bloxburg Chick-Fil-A shift leaders only getting cubicles and not full offices in the headquarters?
Bloxburg Chick-Fil-A leaders.
Yeah, the shift leaders.
Oh yeah, the shift leaders. You know, I mean they are management. I mean, but they're just shift leads. I mean, sure they won't, but I think like manager and above should get an office. That includes marketing managers as well. Um, but shift leads, I think they should just like get a cubicle, but they should have like their own section of cubicles by themselves. Though I think they should, since they're like at least a part of management. And I mean, it's a bit of a too low rank to get an office
But
because then you
basically,
have like so many offices.
shift leaders or management, as well as marketing managers, are basically the same rank. I mean, basically. Okay, now what would you say what is the biggest turnoff for you in a woman and or man? Not gentrifying. What is the biggest turnoff for you?
Turn off.
Yeah, like you see them do this and it just like completely like you're just like, oh no.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say that I would, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe if they're doing something goofy and weird. I really don't know.
And with that, we're going to take our first break. So, everyone, we will see you back in a moment.
For free, cause I sent over so many passwords for him, but red. Don't even worry about all of that shit. Just keep it natural for him, I swear. I got a passion for you, I swear. I got a attraction for you, I swear. Yeah. You think I'm a bachelor, girl, but I swear. You ain't get your masters, but I still breaking your back in the master bedroom, I swear. You sent a pic in them shorts, and I had to sing your caption like I was there. You the hood bitch in my dreams, sexy. Girl, you just asked for me, and I'm near.
Biggest turn off in a man and or lady while in a relationship. And you said, you know, maybe
nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together.
Serious type things, like some actual world news. Do you follow along with current world news?
No, not really. I don't really watch news.
Now I don't watch it, but you know I get into it when needed to. We're gonna jump into some actual world news right now. So looking at this, see, apparently Gaza's hospitals became a battleground. I'm not gonna question that. Just gonna say okay. Because yeah, okay. What else do we have here that might maybe affect us here in America? Doesn't seem like anything, but I will get into some stuff really quick. Serious stuff. I seriously want to know about your opinion with. Do you follow politics?
Not really. Not that much. Like sometimes, but not really.
So are you up to date with the current presidential polls?
Yeah, not really. No. Who's winning?
And before people try to get all offensive and stuff, he's not saying that he doesn't care. He's just saying that he doesn't stay up to date with it. So getting into this, as you all know, I'm pretty sure you know as well, we have a how do I put this without sounding sexual? Like I'm not sounding like I'm saying this without saying sounding gender biased. We have a beautiful woman right now, amazing at what she does, running for president 2024. How do you feel about that?
I mean, all right. I mean, sure. That's nice to know. I mean, I really don't care if a woman or a man takes office. If
Yeah.
that person takes office, they take office. But I don't care if she's a woman. I care if she's like good enough and qualified to be the president of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been the vice president, so I guess if she would be qualified, definitely more better than Joe Biden.
Yeah. Now, everyone, I'm gonna say this because this is my personal opinion, and I feel like everyone who has the opportunity to vote should, because every vote matters. Don't be the person to think that I'm just some random person. No, every vote matters, no matter what. And I'm not gonna get into my political views because I know what I feel as if, and I don't want it to seem like I'm being biased. Because if I state my opinion, it might seem a little overly, confident. But and the true fact is, America is just a biased place. No matter what anyone says or does, America is just a biased place. And there's no one anyone can be in their right mind and say, oh, America is just normal. Because looking at it, the law is, and we can pull this up right now if we can get somebody to pull that up from our production team. But the law is you cannot run for president as a convicted felon. And that's the law, but they're letting it happen. And in my opinion, I just don't think it's fair. Because if we pull up the law, which I can pull up I will have our production team, they're pulling it up right now. It should come up soon. Not even studying the fact that, it's him. But, it's illegal. It's illegal for them to run as president, and that's the simple fact of it. Because and you can't tell me I'm wrong, and no one can tell me I'm wrong about this, but if any, and not even to make this a race thing, but if any African American, or even if Barack Obama would have been a convicted felon, and he tried to run for president, I guarantee you they wouldn't have let him. And that's just the basic facts of it. But enough of my rant. Getting into some more questions for you. For people starting to think that I'm just ranting. What is the most misunderstood thing that people misunderstand about you?
So they think I'm like, some people think I'm someone who is, I forgot what it's called, but it's like having everything be perfect. Yeah, because like, I love everything to be perfect.
A perfectionist.
Sometimes I get, perfectionist. Sometimes a little goofy, because, I used to be a class clown and, sometimes, and I'm not a class clown anymore, but sometimes it just pops out and people think it's annoying. So I can understand why it's annoying. That's the reason why I stopped being a class clown. But, sometimes it can be a little bit too goofy or too of a perfectionist.
What is your biggest failure, you would say?
Biggest failure? Probably not getting straight A's.
I feel like that's everybody's, that's always everybody's thing.
Yeah, that would be. Except in my situation, in this instance, I actually get grounded one time. I got grounded once because I didn't get straight A's. I got 1B. It was in math. I got B in math, and everything else was an A.
And you got grounded for that?
Yeah, my mom took away my PC for like a whole week.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but did I just hear that correctly? 1B and you grounded?
Asian parents can be a bit too strict.
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough. I'm glad you're and it wasn't me saying that.
Now, because I already know when I say this, that people are going to try to make it sound I'm being racist and everything.
Yeah, so we're glad that you're the one that admitted to that.
Not even that. But what I'm about to say, people are going to try to say I'm about to be racist and everything. I'm not, okay? It's just a general question.
So do you think you should be saying it then, if people might have that impression?
Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Why not?
Yeah. Do your parents, with them being Asian, do they expect you to be a doctor?
Oh, no. My mom... I like my dad supports me because like he says I wanted to be a movie director and that's what I'm planning to be. So my dad supports me with that. But my mom, she's a little
traditional.
Doubtful. She's a little more doubtful. She's like, what the hell are you doing?
And I
'Cause
only
she's
ask
like,
that because, in the movies and stuff, they're always like, "Oh, are you any Asian person you see in a movie that's with their family? I guarantee you, their family's always like, "Oh, you're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a doctor." There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
doubt of it.
My mom doesn't want me to be a film director. She wants me to be a lawyer, a doctor, or
See,
some other job.
traditional, the lawyer, the doctor. She's just traditional. She's, that
even
it.
though even though
What
she's even though, like, the thing is, she was just like me when she was younger, except a little more of a troublemaker. I mean,
and a woman.
um because at her old school she'd always like dress up in these like more new clothes, like, fashion designer clothes, even though it was a private school and they didn't allow
Oh,
her, and then she
so,
expects me to get the job she wants me to get.
so she's realized that she probably wasn't the best, and now she's trying to live out her dreams through you. Typical parenting. Basically sums up every sports parent ever.
But she is a good, hardworking mom. Not gonna lie.
God, no, we wouldn't, we're not saying that your mum's not
Yes,
hard
I
work,
know.
but
But it's just her being the usual, a mom, an Asian mom, if you'd say.
And that was racist. An Asian mom. If you said that, was just glad you said it, not us.
ain't that the truth?
What's an insult that you've received and that you've been proud of? People like insult you all the time. You're like, you actually think about it, you're like, hold on, I'm proud that you would insult me like
Here's the
that.
most common one. Here's the most common one. Every
If it's
single
anything about you eating
person.
cats or dogs, do not say it.
You got one. You got one. And this is one of the first things my friends have said to me every time I meet someone else. This is what every single one of my friends and other people say about me. They say, "Do you speak Chinese, or are you Chinese? Are you a commie? Are
What?
you?" They ask if I'm a commie. Some of them
Are you
even
though?
ask, "Oh, definitely no, no,
I
yeah,
mean,
but I mean, yeah." So they ask me if I'm Japanese, and I say no, because I look Japanese. It's them.
to them.
And then they go in and say, "Do you support Kim Jong Un?"
Okay.
It's all the usual stuff, all the Asian stereotypes.
Now I can't lie. I had a phase where I was doing that as well, but I've steered away from it before you all try to kill me right now. I know you've had your fair share of relationships. What would you say is the worst zodiac sign to date?
To be honest, I really don't get into that stuff. I mean, I'm not really interested in those signs. Not really. I steer away from it. Actually, my family doesn't talk about it, and all my friends, like, we're not interested in that stuff. We're just interested with, like, some history, some World War II. That's what we're interested in.
So you like the boring stuff. Okay. You like the boring stuff is what you're saying.
Hey, there are some awesome places in history, in World War II, and World War II was gruesome.
It was. And when I say this, knock on wood, if you were to die tonight, knock on wood, what would be the one thing you would want to be remembered for?
I mean, probably being someone who used to make someone smile, because I love making people smile. So I'd go to I always make my family smile, my friends smile, and as I said, I used to be the class clown. So yeah, I help my friends enjoy school. I mean, yeah, I would get in trouble for it, but class clown does anything to make people smile and laugh. So yeah.
All right, and if you could give your 18-year-old self some advice, what would you say?
Don't lean into those drugs or cigarettes and stuff. You don't want to get into that stuff, or get too drunk. I'm
Okay.
probably gonna get drunk, but that's just advice to my old self.
What's one thing in your, career, it can be real life, or your Bloxburg Chick-Fil-A career that you didn't expect?
Sorry, what was that again?
What's one thing about your career that you didn't expect? And your career could be real life a real life career or your Bloxburg Chick-fil-A career?
Bloxburg. I didn't expect to be a marketing director. I mean, not director. I mean manager. I didn't expect to be a marketing manager.
And I feel like when people get promoted, I feel like that's always their thing. They're always like, I didn't expect to be here. Because it happens
You
so
know,
much.
yeah. Cause like I actually didn't expect. I mean, at first I went for the marketing director position before Dylan, but Dylan beat me to it. But I didn't expect to become a member of management. Like I didn't expect to be a member of management.
True. What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now in your career?
It's staff being active because in the marketing team they're not really being active. Let's just say. I mean, yes, some of them are, and the ones that are active are barely doing anything. You know, Gabriel's making lots of posters and stuff. But I have like two guys on my unit. Like one of them is a trial member, does not do a single thing to like I sent an announcement. But no one's replied, so activity is kind of like the problem here.
All right, I'm one of our executive and management members, and you can be honest and give us your fair opinion of them. We're gonna start off with our chief executive officer and founder, Mr. Verklas. How do you feel about him?
Well, first of all, even though I always say he's the worst CEO, he's really not. It's just a joke. Because Verkulis, he's awesome. He made a very detailed build in cafe, and it was a great environment to work in. There's all these events, all these giveaways and prizes that he does. It's awesome, and the fact that he organized this whole thing. I mean, I was there from like day one to see it all, and it's he he's really good at being a CEO. Like he's actually good. I mean, I would say he's the best CEO I've seen before, other than other Bloxburg CEOs. Because I see other CEOs, for example, this one in particular, I'm not gonna name him, but he was lazy. Didn't really. He just handed off his work and said, do this for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that business failed. But Verkulis, he actually does things. He actually participates in his own company. So that's the reason why it's so successful.
Following down the chain of command, next up would be the operations director, Dr. Timmy Roosevelt Anderson.
Oh, yep. Obviously, he'd be a great operations director. Cause I think he'd be a little bit less like strict and commanding than the last operations director. So yeah, I think he's good for the position.
Next would be our hiring and training director, Mr. Alexander Coates.
I'd say he's done a good job in hiring people. So yeah, he's done a good job so far. I mean, he's always sending announcements about applications, about openings of positions, all the usual stuff. So I think he's done great at his job.
And next up would be our hiring and training, not hiring trainer, but our back of house hospitality director, Bert.
I really haven't heard from him that much because I don't know every single guy. I've heard him once or twice. I don't really know anything about him, so I wouldn't say anything about him.
Okay, our front of house hospitality director, Koa.
Never heard of that guy.
Alrighty. Marketing director, Jumpin.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Second best marketing director.
And do you getting into some more relationship based questions? Do you believe in love at first sight?
I mean, sure. I mean, if that's a person you love, I mean, if you truly love that person truly loves you back. Sure, I guess I believe in it.
Okay. So get into some more business related questions now. What made you go into entrepreneurship?
Well, I mean, I love like advertising. I love everything about everything that involves making videos or posters. I mean, I I'm gonna try and become a film director in the future. Like that's what I want to become. And I'm already I love editing videos, and because the reason why I got into those stuff is because at first I wanted to be a YouTuber, like anybody else would want to be a YouTuber, making videos on YouTube as his full job. But you know, I got less interest in the YouTuber thing because and then I saw Christopher Nolan, James Cameron, all those guys, and I was like, I watched many of their films, and I really got into that subject because that's when I realized like I wanted to make movies, like that's what I want to do. So it's also a reason why I joined the marketing team because it, it's like it's relating to being creative, creating videos or images. That's why I'm in the marketing team.
If you were to start a business, what would your business be?
So I'm actually trying to start um a company. I'm actually trying to start like this news station company.
Uh huh.
I'm trying to call it Bloxburg International News, BIN News. Like, and I've already started like preparing for it. I've already started like making the building for it,
Mm-hmm.
and because at first I wanted to like make a school,
I
like a
want to
school
do that too.
district. Yeah, I wanted to do that, but I realized that I'm not really into school. I'm more into videography and all that stuff. So I decided might as well just do it a news station.
Okay. And would you say that maybe some of the businesses you have said should have stayed brand ideas?
Sorry, what was that? You lagged out for me.
Would you say that maybe some of the businesses that you've seen or have been in were maybe should have stayed brand ideas instead of actually coming like into the world?
I mean, there are some businesses I saw not really that great. I mean, most businesses they're like unprofessional and stuff, and there's like it's rare to see like an actual business actually like be successful. Because many of the businesses I saw, the owners aren't really having passion for the business. So I think what leads to success is passion. I mean, if you really have passion for your business, then you should really like work on it more. Like put some more hours or work into it.
Yes, 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 yes. Would you say that Bloxburg Chick-fil-A expresses a lot of energy?
But yeah, definitely, especially a lot of energy. I mean, I've seen it for myself firsthand. Because there are a lot of openings. And every time there's an opening, there are like a lot of people that join. Like there's never a time where there's no customers. It's always people that join, and we even have a few partnerships, including cider. I mean that helped out the business. Because Chick-Fil-A, it has a lot of activity in it. People come together and to role play and just to have fun. And then Verkless hosts some of these community events, like play random games like game nights. Like, I mean, these are fun too. Like you're just playing with random people, but
Mhm.
it's fun. It's like it's really fun. It gives you a different feeling, like because compared to other businesses I've seen, I mean, it's very active compared to other businesses. Some other businesses just decide to stop because, there aren't that many active people. People don't have passion for their business. But Verkless, on the other hand, has a lot of passion for this business. Yeah, so Bloxburg Chick-fil-A does have a lot of significant energy coming from it.
Okay. Would you say that the best way for me to put this? Would you say that some of the people that are here in the management or executive team are they here just to be here, or some of them are here to actually, do it here, and they're not just here to be power hungry?
Well, I think some management and some of the executives, maybe there's a chance that a few of them, probably there's a few of them that are power hungry, but they do actually commit to the group. I mean, they actually do put some time and work into the group. Like, for example, Alexander
Doesn't do anything.
I mean, he does manage the hiring and stuff. I mean, that's helped us.
He does not do that. He be lying, y'all. He does not do it.
Oh, come on. He does some things.
Nah. We just we do the work for him, and we just let him be.
Nah, he's majestic. He's majestic.
Nah, we do the work. He just gets the face of it. Also, Alexander is a hard-working person. And works really hard to make sure that we have a lot of perfect employees here at Bloxburg Chick-fil-A. Before we end out today, I'm going to ask you: do you have any questions for me?
I mean, do you like the community?
Yeah, I enjoy the community. Not even caring about not even caring about the positions or anything. It's just the group itself is amazing. The energy is high almost all the time. The employees, we have some that are going to be a little bit more acting, but the ones that are here though, they actually are. They want to be here. So I just enjoy that about the company, and I'm glad that everyone is doing their parts here. Any more questions?
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Because like I told everybody else, at the end of the day, we can start the day off in a horrible mood, but at the end of the day gotta end. And at the end of the day, we still gotta put up with that same person no matter what. Simple as that. That's just the simple fact of it. No matter how much we wanna ignore it, try to act like it's not happening, anything like that, at the end of the day, it's gonna happen. Simple as that. And that's just the true facts of it. And one of my favorite quotes that I live to and by almost every day: if I can't do great things, I can do great things. I said that back. I said that all the way backwards. My bad. Re-say that. If I can't do great things, I can do small things in a great way. And when I say this phrase to people, or when people receive emails from me, I always get a response of, well, what does that mean? And the basis of that is, because people are like, well, how did you even get that first off? Well, school district I went to, the motto was, first off, let me say this. I was the face of the student body. I'm the face that everybody saw no matter what school they looked at in my district. I'm the first name always brought up, and I'm the first face everybody always sees. No, even to this day, and I graduate soon. Even to this day, it's like that's how I'm the face of it. And but the district motto was small things, great impact, or small things, big impact. So that was my motto going out to school. Recently though, I started using this motto. Well, if I can't do great things, I can do small things in a great way. And the basic meaning of it is that even when I'm being held back from doing the great things that I can do them smaller ways. I can break them down into smaller projects and do them in an amazing and great way. Even when people pushing me back and upholding me from doing them, I can still do them in a smaller way to make a great way. You have any more questions for me, Andrew?
Oh, my bad, I was muted. Nope. But that was not speech.
Okay. And with that, if you don't have any more questions for us, you have any questions for Alexander here?
Yeah, Alex. Do you actually do any work? Like, are you just face of it, or?
And you know I'm just the face of it. You look at there, he admitted it finally. It's about time. You heard it here first, folks, on Jumping Into the Reality Live podcast. Alexander Coates, aka Vampire 458, states he does no work and that he is just face and takes the credit for it. But with that is going to conclude episode 3 of season 1 in the Jumping Into Reality podcast. Andrew, we thank you for being here with us today. Be sure that you all subscribe to us on YouTube at Jumping Into Reality podcast. Episode 3 will be coming out tonight. I promise you all that will be the longest episode in Jumping Into Reality podcast history out of all 3. And I promise you we will make this the biggest episode out of all. Let's run this up. Let's make it amazing. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, Jumping Into Reality podcast. Follow us on Facebook at Timmy Anderson or Jumping Into Reality podcast. Follow us on X at Jumping Into Reality podcast. Not podcast, podcast. Be sure to get that right for me when you're doing that one. Therefore, you can join us here. Also, join us on Discord, Jumping Into Reality Podcast. Look us up on Discord. Find us there, or just look us up on Google, and you'll find us there. New logo as well. For those of you who have not seen it, I'll put it up right now. You will see that slowly but surely, all of you will start to notice that on all of the social medias that the logos will start to change. Don't be alarmed. It's just some new rebranding we're doing. Nothing's changing, just some rebranding. Please do not be alarmed when you see them. I will pull up our new logo here for you all to see as we get ready to close out today. As we close out today, I'm gonna let Andrew say goodbye to you all. Then I'll do our closeout, and then we're gonna end out with our music like always, Andrew.
Yeah, so yeah, thanks for having me here.
Oh, you're welcome. As always, thank you for listening to Jumping Into Reality podcast. Remember that if you can't do great things, then do small things in a great way. Remember that it's always our pleasure for you listening to us today. And thank you for listening to the Jumping Into Reality podcast. See you next time.